北欧小国丹麦凭着卓越的远见与魄力，发展健全的社会福利与绿能产业，打造最幸福国度。欢迎收看经典的 TV。
大家好，我是经典杂志的总编辑王志宏。在我们今年度的蓝图愿景，谈的是台湾的一个未来建设的方向，我们的希望之愿景在哪里？那这一期的焦点是来自全世界最幸福的国家，我们把目光放到丹麦。那丹麦是如何幸福呢？就接下来的30分钟，我们必须要谈到的。谈丹麦当然要有丹麦人的代表，就是我们的 Mr. Nicholas Anderson， 是我们台湾的丹麦商务办事处的处长倪安生。你好，
你好 ，Hello audience， 你好。
倪安生，丹麦商务办事处处长。
还有另外一位是我们的经典杂志特约，我们的郭怡清。怡清你好。
总编好，各位观众大家好。
郭怡清，经典杂志特约撰述，英国伦敦大学硕士，曾以海峡闻名的交汇与分野入围金鼎奖，现为自由作家。说到丹麦，除了小美人鱼雕像，你还想到什么？事实上，丹麦的国家发展在许多国际排名当中都是荣登1、2。小国寡民的丹麦，面积仅4.3万平方公里，人口约570万人。人均 GDP 却高达4万6千美元，经济富裕的丹麦，社会福利与环境永续都是发展重点。其中，从摇篮到坟墓的政策，照顾了人民一辈子的基本需求，做到幼有所养、老有所终的理想目标。而绿能产业的发展，让丹麦成为环保的世界先锋，连技术都能成为输出重点。小小丹麦不容小觑。
怡清，我们先简单跟观众朋友谈因为谈到丹麦是被冠成全世界最幸福的国家，
是，
所以你这应该是这辈子以来最幸福的一个采访啊。所以幸福指数这么高的丹麦到底是如何变成第1名的？我们简单跟观众朋友做个说明。
欧洲它开始做幸福指数的调查，大概距离现在大概有40年了吧。丹麦其实一直是名列前茅，对。联合国是最近才开始做的嘛。那丹麦应该是说，它从第1次世界大战的那个期间开始，它就已经开始在关注这个社会福利的一个发展，然后一直到今天，我觉得这是他们快乐的一个非常大的一个因素。
是，主要很好的社会福利的制度。但是我们不管怎么样，我们来问问看啊。Hi, Anderson.
Yes.
You've been the most happiest countries people. So what do you feel about it? You are supposed to quite happy all the time, right?
So it's definitely an honor to be part of the world's happiest people. I think we see this half as a joke, half as reality. But the fact is that we do rank typically top 5, and this year first place in the world's happiest people.
Yes.
It's not necessarily sure that you will meet always happy people in Denmark, yes. But I think we do have a lot of the factors that make us Denmark a very stable country with a lot of social welfare. So a lot of the basic, what should we say, worries or risks are taken out of the equation because we have a strong healthcare system, free education, also social benefits for unemployed, etc. So all of these things make a good foundation for us to be happy in other things of life. I think that we have a culture of a very low income inequality, so therefore people are more or less even. Of course, there are rich and poor, but there's a lot of things that make people feel part of a strong community, and this contributes to our happiness.
So 我们来问一下我们的怡清实际上你在文章谈到一个很重要的，就是丹麦的立国的最重要的一个心理的要素他们称作是
小国吗？
对，小国讲。另外一个讲他们一个很特别叫 Hug， 对不对？
对。
这个怎么来讲形容它？你先来以你的旁观者来看看这个是怎么形容的？
对，因为这个字哦 ，Hygge，它其实并没有一个很明确的一个翻译啦哦，它可以代表就是温馨啦、快乐啦，任何的一点我觉得中文最恰当的形容可能是我们所谓的小确幸，是，只是他们让这个小确幸呢变成一个很大的一个幸福，是，对
，Hygge 它本身还有更多的正面的能量哦，它好像就是一个很阳光的哦，很温馨的，它要有一个很多的环境，我要创造一个很好的环境，跟自己喜欢的人在一起，享受美好的事物。所以它从环境跟自己的个性，跟美好的事物，就形成了一个叫做他们的一个确幸哦。我觉得确幸不止小了，所以我们来听听看这个丹麦人怎么讲。So how do you define the hue?
The concept of hygge has been discussed a lot, and it's a word which is difficult to translate directly. Yeah. But I think most people who will come to Denmark will experience, especially during the winter months where we have very short days, that the Danes very much meet at each other's homes. They make a lot out of decorating their homes nicely with nice cozy furniture. The word cozy is something which can somehow be translated into hygge. There's a lot of candles typically in Danish homes, and the whole sense of being together in a very cozy atmosphere and having nice food and enjoying each other's company is very central to the Danes, and in particularly in the winter months where it's very cold and you want to stay inside. So this is probably some type of definition of hygge.
We talk about the equality in Danish. What do you think about it? Because since you've been traveling a lot of countries, and how you proud of your even? What's the really essential idea about the even for Danish?
I think Denmark is very much based on a social welfare model, which means that there's a lot of distribution of wealth, and in this sense we pay a lot of taxes, up to almost 60% personal income taxes, which can scare a lot of people when they hear about Denmark. But of course this means with this higher level of tax that there's possibility also to help people who might not be able to afford schooling, etc., as it's universal healthcare and universal schooling. But on top of this, Denmark has also been at the forefront of gender equality since the beginning of this gender revolution, and today there's a large balance between work places where both parents will typically be working full time, because you then have the social institutions to support this this welfare system. And even as a man, I will also be benefiting through this system in terms of paternity leave, up to 3 months paid paternity leave. So there's a lot of mechanisms that helps even out the differences both between gender but also economic inequality. So I think this is something we have as a common denominator for a lot of the Nordic countries in particular. I think for traveling around the world, it's of course different countries have different systems, but I do see a lot of improvement in gender equality in many countries, including Taiwan, where I think there's a lot of things going on here also.
另外一个，我们谈到它里面，你就谈到一个很重要的杨特法则。
对，
你可不可以跟观众朋友讲什么叫杨特法则？
它这个呢，我觉得它就是有点像是丹麦式的团队精神。那它讲的就是说，你不要认为你比别人好。历史上你知道，他们曾经是非常强盛的这个维京民族，然后也曾经那个挪威跟那个瑞典也曾经在丹麦王国的底下。可是后来，因为他们在战争后一直吃德国的败仗那到14次世界大战之后，他们其实是转向，就是说用一种小国心态。他们自称是很强的小国。对，他就说我们不会跟大国去争，我们知道小国的法则，所以我们不会去争所谓的第一名，我们不会争说我们不会去拼 GDP 的第一名。可是我们要在这个幸福，我们要在这个其他的方面去创造一个更健全的一个社会。
刚刚是我们已经谈出来的杨特法则。那现在我们请个丹麦人 ，Danish how to think about and speak out about the law of Jante.
Right. So the Jante law of Jante is a story which goes back many, I think 150 years, and basically it is a concept whereby everyone is equal. So actually, if you are showing off too much of your wealth or otherwise, then that is not accepted. And this law of Jante has somehow managed to survive in certain aspects of the Danish culture, although we do see a gradual disappearance of this law. And in this sense, you will also see a lot of people who ride bicycles in Denmark, including the royal family and the politicians, etc. And this is because they don't need to drive the fancy cars. They would rather be, sort of normal, persons and not stand out.
So that means you don't have the boutique shop, right?
We do, but I think a lot of the really expensive stops, of course, also for tourists to attract.
That's only for tourists, right?
But no, of course, there are people with high welfare, high wealth and fancy cars. But even if you look at cars, there's a very high taxation on cars. So you will not actually see that many really expensive cars simply because of this taxation. So I think there's even for public schools, universities, you can't pay to go into these good universities. You need to have good grades to get into the good universities. So even if you have a lot of money, it won't buy you access.
这个国家真的很特别哦，他们人员不多哦，但是可是在1970年之后，他们就决定了不要核能，然后到现在为止，他们全国有20%是绿色能源，仰赖绿色能源哦，曾经是不可能一件事情，他们做到了哦，所以你先怎么来观察这件事情？
其实我们之前已经有提到这个所谓的小国概念哦，那我觉得这其实是一个非常非常关键的，就是说你认清楚你自己的定位，你才能够以小博大，你才有成功的机会。那丹麦其实就是这样子，70年代的时候，其实全球面临了一场石油危机哦，因为那个中东战争的关系，在那个阶段的时候，其实丹麦的油是100%依赖这个中东进口，尽管他们北海有产油哦，那。他们在当时，他们就认清了一件事情，就是说，小国的生存之道是我们绝对不能依赖别人生存。
对，就是它不能靠别人的能源进口，然后来当成国家主要的一个动力。是。
那他们也同时认清了一件事情，就是说，自然资源有一天一定会，就是
能源啦，哈，就是石油能源一定会不见。
对。那这样子，在这样一个状况之下，他们也觉得说。我们也不要去过度开发大自然的东西，那我们一定要自己制造能源。那在当时的那个氛围之下，最简单的一个东西就叫做核能发电哦。其实很多国家已经开始在做这件事情。那其实丹麦也预定要做这件事情，它还预设了2个地要做这件事情。那只是当时这个政策推出的时候，就遭到人民的反对，就许多人民就质疑说，这个安全性。那丹麦政府就说好，那我们就成立一个特别的这个研究会来研究。其实当初政府想要成立这个研究会的原因是想要说服人民说，你看它是安全的，可是一调查下去，不对，好像这真的是有问题哦，所以他们就在这个80年代的时候就正式宣布说，他们不要任何的核能发电。然后全部都要用绿色的能源来取代。
We're talking about the green energy because you are I think the one of the first country trying to stop the nuclear power station. And nowadays, have you feel any regret because you can see now the oil price is really down, and you still buy clean and all the things. How you proud of your strategic policy about this green power as a Danish?
I think, of course, the oil prices go up and down, but in general, I think the market probably will go up again. The prices. I think the Danish government has early on in the 80s realized that there needs to be an alternative to the fossil fuels, and therefore there's been invested a lot in developing these technologies. Yes. And today we not only for our own benefit of having a clean environment in Denmark, but actually for the Danish economy, it's a huge important industry in terms of exports to all over the world. So I think the strategy has definitely paid off as we see more and more countries, including big oil-producing countries, also investing in green technologies. So I think this is something where the Danish government has seen the future earlier than many other countries, and that's why we today are the leader in wind technology, for example.
Yes. So I think because in Taiwan, the Pingdong they using a lot of the 沼气发电啊。So let's learn from your country, right, about the pig farm and how to using kind of leftover and into the general 发电 electricity.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yeah, so biogas is also an area where Denmark has worked quite extensively because we have quite similar to Taiwan, a quite big pig production industry,
yes.
and for many years has been quite strict environmental requirements in terms of where the pig farmers can put their manure or the slurry from the pig production afterwards, and therefore today we have quite an advanced system of different types of biogas plants, centralized different areas to make it easier for the farmers, and in this way they can get rid of their waste, but it actually is also used for surplus energy. And this is an area we are working quite extensively with Taiwan, because you have also a lot of pig farmers and also challenges in terms of the environmental impact. So I really think this is an area where we will see a lot of development in Taiwan over the next couple of years.
是啊，实际上有时候看人家政府做的方式不一样哦，就是他们看得很前面，就在80年代开始推展绿能源，现在他们主要靠这个绿色能源的技术跟 know-how 开始卖到全世界去，这是他小国的立国之道哦，就是前瞻性哦，那全民的团结。
丹麦人民重视生态环境的态度与丹麦政府保护自然环境的决心，使得丹麦在1987年就率先颁布了有机农业的相关法令，并在1989年导入国家认证有机标章。丹麦知名的红色皇冠标章更是国产有机食品的保证。目前全国约有8%的农产品，10%的乳制品为有机生产，有机食品消费占7.6%，领先全球。
There's a 12,000 kilometers of bicycle route for your country, but there's 8 months for the wintering. I don't think that's good, enjoyable when the winter time to bicycle around there and around that.
Right.
But it became to a necessity for the Danish, right?
Well, bicycling culture is very strong, and especially in the big cities where people live maybe less than 5 kilometers from their workplace. Then I think you will see a lot of Danish citizens in Copenhagen, Aarhus, and Odense, the 3 major cities, bicycling, commuting actually to work. Of course, this will drop a little bit during the winter months, as you say, it can get really fairly cold, and their public transportation comes in. But in general, it's more practical, it's more healthy, and it's also, what should we say, become more and more a lifestyle for the Danish people. So you actually will see people investing quite a lot in how they look on the bicycle, not just the bicycle, but also the helmet and the right accessories, etc. So I think the Danes will always continue biking, but of course, winter months can sometimes be tough.
对啊，所以有时候我们自己都在讲借口，搞不好他们骑脚踏车，其实我们有很多脚踏车是台湾做的啊。但是我们也希望说，借由这样很多节目的推出，为什么这个全世界最幸福的国家的人们，同时他们骑脚踏车啊，他们不穿炫耀的衣服，不开很贵的车子，但是他们即使要缴所得税缴到60%，他们能甘之如饴，他们觉得这是一个平等，这是有肩膀的人、强壮的人要担多一点。这个是你文章里面谈到的，是不是？对。可以跟观众们谈一下，如果在这种缴税的制度下面，一般人多少会有抱怨嘛？还有人不想进来吧？
哦，抱怨很多啊。你去问丹麦人，丹麦人会说：“对啊，我们好爱抱怨了。”可是我们是非常快乐的抱怨民族。哦，这是一个蛮有趣的一个逻辑。但是他们是这样，对于税金，其实一直以来也一定有一些反对的声音嘛。然后也一直都有在讨论说，这个税制是不是要调低一点或怎么样？但是大部分人丹麦人也如果问他，就是说，假设如果你调低了这个税率，是代表说福利也对的，跟着减少的话，那他们会摇头，他们会说他们宁可要这个社会福利。是
你的文章里面 quote 到说，如果他的年收入大概在180万台币的时候，大概都要缴到60%的税了。
对，
那实在是当然是扣掉所有必须了，所以这个税率比台湾高，台湾在那个程度大概缴个20%左右，所以这是一个很高的 tax. We talk about your high tax. So that means if you earn about $50,000 per year, you need to the tax will be around 50%, right?
Yes, almost up to 60% for the personal income tax. But in general, when you ask the Danes, they're fairly satisfied with paying this high tax because they get a lot for the tax. Yeah. Of course, there can be discussions of how high the tax should be, and this we discuss a lot in the politics in Denmark. But for the most part, people really feel they get high value for their money in terms of social services, healthcare, etc. But it's a constant debate, the high taxation. I think for corporate tax, we are below EU average, so the companies are actually benefiting from a very good corporate taxation level. So it's on the personal income level that people are quite surprised, especially coming from abroad and working in Denmark to experience this. But on the other hand, you then have a lot of benefits. We tend to compare it, for example, with trying to get your child through a college education in the US, plus having social health insurance, etc. When you add up all these costs, actually the tax is a lot higher in other countries if you look at the relative percentage of income that goes to these things.
Yes, but the final question, we all read about S.C. Anderson talking about the little magic girl. That's only about 150 years ago. But who can imagine nowadays you are the happiest country? So how do you make this kind of the conclusion about if you want to be a happiest forever, and what kind of the mentality, what kind of the idea you think that you can bring influence the rest of the Danish country?
It's a very good question. I think a lot has happened since the little match girl. It's definitely not a very happy story. I think that Denmark today has developed into a strong welfare economy, which is also very export orientated. So a lot of the companies we have in Denmark are looking globally from the beginning, because we have such a small market of only 5.7 million inhabitants. So we try to improve things in Denmark, but we all from the outstart we also see how can this be applied globally. So in particularly the green technology area is an export area where we really see that this technology can be applied in a number of countries and can really increase well-being due to just reducing pollutions. But also within agricultural sector, organic farming, etc., where you will reduce the intake of pesticides, etc. This really also has a direct impact on people. For the feeling of happiness and well-being, I think this is very much culturally dependent. So it's not that we can impose the Danish hygge concept on other countries. But of course we do have some different products which can encourage hygge in the household, including Denmark's famous furniture, which of course can make at least a very nice atmosphere in your home.
是，实际上问了他一个大灾问啊，但是我很高兴他解释这么多哈。但是对我们来讲的时候，相对来讲，这个国家很清楚，他们只有400-500万的人，他们没有任何资源不多，但是他们现在是变成全世界最幸福的国家。刚刚在节目上在半个小时谈到的平等，谈到的绿能，谈到的那个 hygge，这些的 concept， 我想就是丹麦的成功之道，也是值得我们来效法，也值得来学习。谢谢我们的处长啊，我们的年安生理处长，也谢谢我们的那个怡清。欢迎小同学继续收看我们的经典档 TV。
经典杂志11月号封面故事：经典书斋山海经，40年探险生涯，深入中国中南半岛和台湾，探亚洲探险家黄孝文与香港中国探险学会精彩故事。